Okay, hey, it's me, Donna. It's Little Genie. I am back again to talk some more about my original video about estrangement of parents and other family members. Disposable Mom was the name of that. Before I say anything else, though, I would like to say that I'm sending prayers up for everybody in the Los Angeles, California area where the wildfires are. I just feel for everybody that's going through that. I mean, I'm not comparing my feeling to anybody that actually lives there and is going through it, or even has. Well, actually, I do have loved ones that live there, but some of my vacation memories from when my sister and I went to see my brother when he was dying. Places that I have really fond memories of and have pictures of them, or they're now gone, burned away, and that makes me really sad. So I can just imagine what the people there are going through. Anyway, so yeah, prayers, everybody, please pray for them. It's scary stuff. Also, actually, you know what? My heat came on, of course, because I'm in Indiana. It is really cold here. Okay, so I've got my look. It's my grandson, 19-year-old grandson. It's got a hood. It's actually yellow. I don't know if you can tell. I just love it. Okay, it's so soft and cuddly. He got it for me for Christmas. He's one that's in the Army. He was here for Christmas vacation, but he had to go back. Anyway, so it feels like when I wear this, I feel like he's just giving me a big hug. So I was going to kind of wear it now to get through this, just to give me some moral support. But you know, I get too hot because the freaking furnace keeps coming on, so I'm going to have to take it off. I'll just keep it right here by me. Okay, so for anybody that actually saw my video, it was a hard one to make, and I knew when I did it that I was going to get some backlash, because like I said, I've already seen what other mothers who made similar videos have went through, and it's disgusting, honestly. I mean, they take, and I said a little bit about this before, but I've seen even more, because it's like once you watch a video, then more stuff like that comes up. So several videos have come up where we'll just call them the adult children who've estranged themselves from their parents, or one of the parents, or whoever. They have YouTube channels, and I'm not saying they have every right, just like I have every right. You know, I had people come at me saying, you know, I shouldn't be on here making, you know, this video. Well, yeah, I should be, because it needs to be spoke about, and it helps me and it helps other people to get it out there and speak about it. You know, I don't know what, it's entitlement, proof of entitlement with these kids to think that they think it's okay, they can make all these videos where they're getting downright nasty, but we're not supposed to make any. It's like, no, it doesn't work that way. You know, we have rights too, we're people too, which obviously most of these kids, and I'm telling you right now, it's not all of them. Like I said before, I know there are kids out there who legitimately probably need to be estranged from, you know, both or one of their parents or a grandparent, because there's just all kinds of different people in this world, and there's, you know, people have done different things, but not all people's experiences are the same. And that seems like from the ones who commented on my video, it's like they seem to think that Like if their parents messed up and did certain thing, well, then everybody else must have too, and I must have too, you know. And I'm telling you right now, yeah, it made me mad, and that's one reason why I gave myself a little bit of time to cool off a little bit, because like I said before, I have a temper. I'm a little hothead. But do I abuse people because I have a hot head? No, I don't. But my mouth is what, will get me. Anyway, so I just wanted to calm down, and I wanted to really think about it, and before I said anything else, because I don't just want to run off with the mouth. Okay, but like right here, I got it up right here. This is one of the things that one of them said to me, and this one, she kept going. She said several different things, which I noticed that she erased one of the things she said to me that was very, very, not very nice at all. But she said, I know you don't think you hurt them. You said you can guarantee that it wasn't that bad. Minimizing their feelings must be wonderful for them. That must be one, I think she meant one of, but one of the reasons why they don't talk to you anymore and refuse to bring their children around someone they see as toxic. The entitlement is embarrassingly funny, which I don't think any of this is funny. The emotional immaturity is top tier. You keep doing you. Seems obvious that's all you've done your whole life, and now shocked that they no longer put up with you. Do better, dear. Seek help before you make other people's lives as well oiled as yours. You are in no place to give help. Because I said one reason why I did this is to help others. Because I just knew it, that there was other people out there like I used to be that thought that, there's something wrong with me. If other people are going through this, I must be really terrible. And sure enough, I had, a parent say to me, that thanked me and said that, I think it was a mother, said she thought it was just her, and now she doesn't feel so alone. And there was more than one comment like that, thanking me that, they don't feel so alone now, and just so many sad stories, and also from kids that have been abused too, and I feel for them. But this right here with this, and some other things that were said, that there's just no sense in that, because first of all, this person does not know me, okay? And I even had it thrown in my face that I didn't use my own thoughts and feelings, in the video like I claimed to, because I use notes, which I am a note taker. I have notes right here. I have to take notes because I'm not young anymore, and my memory is just like, and plus it's like I forget. I have certain things that I want to make sure and mention. If I don't write it down, I probably won't remember it. And that's okay, If I want to make notes, it's still those are still my thoughts and my feelings. Although in the last video I did, and I said that I wrote down, like, I think it was like 5 different questions from support groups that I'm in, of other ladies who had asked me specifically to ask certain questions. And so I wrote those. I read those, although every single one that they had asked me to say, I had the same question, because I think most of us going through this, we do feel, for the most part, the same way, the same hurt. But I'd also like to say that, and people, it's just, you shouldn't assume things, because it's only, and it's not, it still breaks my heart, and changed my life and everything else. But it's been long enough now that, I'm okay. There was a time, like I said, that I went through a really hard time, and every now and then it will hit me. It's like the holidays. Holidays are hard. Or his birthday's coming up. His birthday's January 30th. I hate that day. I don't mean it like that. I just mean it's a sad day, because I want to be able to tell him happy birthday and give him a present, and can't. But anyway, but it's just, I only have one son that doesn't speak to me. I have another son and a daughter who I'm very close to. Matter of fact, my daughter's staying with me right now. I've been taking care of her because she's, just like I said, I have a lot of health issues, which somebody made a smart remark about that too. But my daughter has a lot of health issues and she's not doing well. I'm very concerned about her. So I'd rather just have her right here where I can keep an eye on her and, just help. And yes, some of my grandchildren turned against me, even though I have so many pictures and memories of, good times I had with them when they thought I was it, but they kind of, the one, and that's not all the cousins, are all the grandkids. I also have grandkids that I'm extremely close to. I mean, you'll see on my YouTube that my 3-year-old granddaughter, who is just absolutely my world. And I mean, she does a lot of videos with me. Anyway, so it's not like, I'm just this terrible, terrible person that everybody, all my grandkids and all my kids just said, ooh, stay away from us. It's not that way. And even if it was, it doesn't necessarily mean that, because there's people out there that are in that situation. And it doesn't mean that necessarily that they caused it. Because I'm going to tell you right now, for one thing, because also someone was in the comments, they told me about, which, like I said, I knew it was in the Bible that about this happening, or was going to happen, in the end times. And so somebody told me to go to 2 Timothy 3:1-5. So I did. And yes, it speaks about this very thing. Children. I say children, but you know what I mean. Children, adult children, whatever age, it doesn't matter. They're still our children. And it speaks about them turning on their parents in the Bible, okay? And then also, it's in a couple other places too. Maybe even more. These are the ones I found. It's also in Luke 12:53 and Mark 13:12. So that's Timothy, Luke, and Mark, all three who wrote about this, who spoke up about this, that this was going to happen. And look, it's happening in the millions. So, people need to think about that, because the devil is involved in this. And you can tell by, I'm sorry, but the way these, all these kids talk, it is evil. And you can tell that they think it's funny to hurt not just their parents, but any other parents that it's like they put us all in like this category. and they're having a good old time doing this, just like with the one. It's disgusting, and I'm just waiting. I mean, if they want to do that to me, they can have at it, because I've been hurt enough by my own blood. None of y'all can hurt me. You can't touch me. So you have fun with that if that's what you decide to do. But I'm telling you right now, it's evil. How they, like I said, they'll pick other YouTubers, just like me, who decide to speak out about this and do a video about it, and they'll play it. They play a little section of it, and then they'll stop it. But they're doing it where they're like a politician. It's like they don't play enough of it, for one thing, for you to really get the idea of exactly the full stream of what is being said. But they take it and they twist their words around, just like with how the one lady had said that it was like death, and I spoke about that too. That you go through the same grief, as you would with a death. But they turned it around and said, oh my God, she says her child's dead to her. I could never, say my child's dead to me. And it was like that was the farthest thing from the truth. Anyway, I get so, because it pisses me off so bad. Because that's wrong. You don't take somebody else's words and twist them around. And just like with my people, took things that I said and twisted them around. And it's like they have selective hearing, because they only heard what they wanted to hear. And I really, really, really want to, I thank everyone who made such kind comments, and a couple of you even had my back, because one of the nasty commenters said something about that I haven't apologized, and I don't take responsibility for anything and all that. And it's like somebody else got on there and said, well, actually she did, because I did. I mean, I'm the first one to say I got problems. I am far from perfect, not that anybody is, but but was I a perfect mother? No. Now, I'm not saying I was a perfect grandma, but I had learned, because I grew up, like I said, I was young when I had kids. And I learned, from my mistakes. Plus, when my kids were smaller, especially, I had mentioned that because I was a single mother, 2 boys and 1 girl, and I knew that both of my boys, I knew they were going to grow up to be big guys, and they are. And I had it in my head that I have to establish right now, while they're young, that I'm the boss and they have to respect me. And that part right there, I'm the boss. I'm sure that'll get twisted all around. But you know what? I was the mom, so I was the boss. And so yes, I was probably too strict. Did I go around, beating the crap out of him? No, that's not what I'm saying. But yeah, I was. Plus, I grew up seeing that my dad was extremely strict. As much as I hated it, I still, it's like, you learn what you live. And that's like a lot of these estranged adult children, they have children of their own. And then it just baffles my mind that do they not understand? Do you not understand what you're doing to your kids? Because they're standing back and they're watching you, how you treat your parents or whoever it is in your life that you're doing this to. And that teaches them that, okay, well, I guess that's how we do it. And like I said, that happened in my own family. My estranged son, well, he, which I think they're okay now, but yeah, a couple of his daughters did the same thing to him. And it's like, I'll be darned. And no, I was not happy about it. It really hurt me, but still at the same time, it's like, wow, it really is an epidemic when, it's starting, it trickles down the family. And the parents and the grandparents, we're not the only ones that are hurt. Just like my daughter, she was, growing up, she was so close to my estranged son. They had a very, very good relationship. And it's not just me he cut off everybody. His aunts, brother, sister, my daughter's sons, my 2 grandsons that I'm very close to. And so yeah, it hurts more than just, and that's not fair, especially when it's children. They don't understand, why is half my family not speaking to me? Why do they not come around anymore? Why are our holidays not what they used to be? I've had to listen to that from, part of my grandkids. It's just, and you don't know what to say to them. It's like, because we don't know either what the heck's going on. But I would like to read you the Luke 12:53, just for anybody who isn't aware. I have to turn my light on so I can see. It's going to mess up the light there, but I'm just going to read this part right here. Find it. All right, it says, they will be divided. Father against son, and son against father, mother against daughter, daughter against her mother, mother-in-law against her daughter-in-law, and daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And that's the other two books from, the one from Mark and Timothy. They're kind of like the same idea, but they're saying even different things that, along the lines of that are happening. So even if I can just get through one of you out there that think that you're doing right because your parents, one of your parents, they made a mistake, they messed up, so you're just like, oh, they're toxic, just, no, get your Bible out and read it and see what's happening, because which you may not believe in God, you don't. If you do, I'm sorry for you if you don't, but I sure don't want to go to hell. And that's what it's going to come down to. It's, mom and daughter against each other, father and son against each other. It's going to end up like branch out. Everybody's against each other. And if you don't pick a side, then yeah, you're not gonna go to heaven. Sorry, but and that's my belief, and I'm sticking to it. This whiskey. Hang on, Bree's it. Bree, come here, baby. Come here. Come here. Come here. Can you just wait a second till Mommy's done with the video? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here, baby. Yeah, thank you. Just lay there, and then I'll let you out in a minute, okay? Yeah. Okay. Let me look. Oh, here's another thing. I'm looking at my notes. Bad, no. I'm just wondering how many people, and I'm sorry if anybody feels like I'm preaching at you, but this is a serious subject, and I do worry about people not making it to heaven. But when we die, we have our life review with Jesus. And when that happens, he's gonna go over all this stuff with you. You still have a chance now to make up for it. Put a stop to it and make up for it. And if you don't, then I hope that you've got some good explanations, when he asks you about, why did you turn against your parents? Why were you so, why did you hurt them so bad? Because I'm sorry, but a good-hearted person, they don't have it in them to intentionally hurt someone, especially someone who they're supposed to love or loves them, like your parents and your grandparents and stuff. I mean, that's not normal, okay? Sorry, but it's not a healthy mind or heart. And I know there are people coming back to me, well, but they abused me and blah, blah, blah. And like I said, if they honestly did, then okay, that's a whole different story. You still need to learn to forgive them, because that's part of it. If we expect Jesus to forgive us, we have to be willing to forgive other people too. And forgiving doesn't mean that you forget or you go back and let them continue to treat you bad or nothing like that, okay? It's just, people just try to be kinder, you know? Because most people have went through stuff. You might not have any idea of what your parents may have went through growing up. Because I know a lot of them, they don't tell you. But, and it doesn't make it okay for them to hurt you, especially if it's physically or, you know, anything like that. But I just know there's a lot of people out there, so many parents that say, you know, well, I keep asking them, because I know I did too. I'm like, what did I do? That's cruel for somebody to sit there and beg you to, well, just tell me what it is. So, you know, because it's really messed up feeling thinking that, you know, this has happened to me and I don't even know why. Then you drive yourself crazy, you know, thinking, well, was it this time when I, you know, God, you know, and you doubt yourself. And I'm gonna tell you right now, and it's so bad that I'm just pretty much I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I'm just an open book for the most part, unless it's, you know, somebody else's secret that, you know, I have to keep. But one of my granddaughters, who actually the one I was closest to the most, which that hurts the most because me and her were, I mean, tight. I had her a lot, and we would have such good talks. She's so much like me. She even has my middle name. I'm such a terrible person that her mom, you know, gave her my middle name. That didn't even make sense, does it? But anyway, she's, you know, she's had me blocked on Facebook and all that stuff, which, whatever. I didn't have her blocked because I'm not playing that game. I did have to block one of my other ones just because she was just getting too nasty and getting me upset. So yeah, I ended up blocking her and put a stop to it. But for the most part, I'm not gonna block, because I keep my heart and my arms open to them in case they ever want to, you know, realize that I'm not that bad person that they accuse me of. But anyway, I finally got an answer because I asked her. Well, actually, okay, I start from the beginning. She unblocked me to send me a very nasty message. It was actually about my daughter. It wasn't even about me, but she was trying to get to my daughter through me, and her mother was involved in it too. Of course, she called my daughter every name in the book, which anybody knows my daughter. My daughter she is the sweetest lady. She's just so sweet. And is she perfect? Nope. But she was really close with this particular granddaughter too. And this is a case of where the mother, my ex-daughter-in-law, has turned her daughters against us with flat out lies. Because what it was is my daughter used to date my granddaughter's uncle, which would have been my ex-daughter-in-law's brother. Like to keep it in family. And well, he ended up he died of an overdose. And I mean, my daughter was heartbroken, but she didn't have anything to do with it. He had been in jail and got out of jail, and then he, you know, was with, actually my daughter was hurt even more by it because he was with people that, you know, he shouldn't have been with. And just, I'm trying not to say too much, but enough to make it understood. But so anyway, what happened was, you know how Facebook memories can come up? Well, Facebook memories came up of him and her, a bunch of pictures of him and her when they were together. And as she has every right to, she shared those memories on her Facebook. Well, somehow this got back to a granddaughter and her mom. And they couldn't get through to because my daughter has all of them blocked because she doesn't do the drama. See, I'm not worried about it. It's like, bring it, okay? I don't like the drama, especially because it's the stress just makes my autoimmune diseases worse. But it's just, my truth matters to me. And so they were very upset because my daughter, they wanted, basically what it was, they were demanding that my daughter take that post down. Said hey, she had no right to do that, and it was disrespectful, which, how was it disrespectful? Those were her memories, and they loved each other. I could say other things too, but that would be unkind towards him. I'm not even going to go there because he's not here to back it up, so that wouldn't be right. But yeah, he loved her, and I'm sure he's up in heaven and glad that, smiling that she, was missing him and wondering, what would have, been, if he hadn't died. But she was just, and she was telling me, she started out saying, will you, of course, like I said, she called my daughter all kind of names and all that, which right there, you don't do that. Nobody, don't do that. And then she was saying, can you please tell, her to take that down, which I'm like, well, no, actually I won't. And then I try to explain to her how, first of all, she's not being disrespectful, she loved him, and she's still, he's always going to be special to her. He was part of her life, and she wasn't being disrespectful or mean or nothing. It was just, they were really overacting. And so because I defended my daughter, then she started on me. And of course, it got heated. And it did break my heart because in my mind, I still think of, the young girl that, well, she's a teenager now. I mean, she's graduated from school and all that stuff. So she's, almost in her 20s, but she was a teenager when, she stayed with me a lot. And so it killed me doing this, but it's like, I'm going to defend myself, and I'm not going to just cower down to, that, oh, okay, yeah, sure, we'll take it down. It's like, you don't get on my page talking crap about my daughter and telling us when she needs to take, and plus I'd like to, somebody has on my daughter's page, which I have a feeling I know who it is, but she's no longer on her page now. Someone has seen it and then told them, just trying to cause trouble. But her mom has her, just like her mom has her thinking, like just the mention of my name, which is funny that just the mention of my name is traumatizing to her for some reason. Even though when her mom, and I know I'm pissing people off here, but I don't care, it's the truth. When her mom was in prison for doing all this crap, drugs, I had to go, and I didn't have to, but I went and I picked her up from school. She would come out in tears because people were making fun of her about her mom. I'm the one that was there for her. I even defended her mom because some other people were, talking crap, and I'm like, we don't do that. That's her mom. We're not, it's not a funny situation, and we're not making jokes about it, and we're not going to be evil. You see what thanks I get for that. But obviously, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure it out myself. It's confusing to me. It's like how certain things have gotten into the minds of some of my grandchildren. But I ended up asking her, because she started, attacking me verbally. And so I flat out asked her, I'm like, what is it? you know, that I did that was so terrible that you know, I said, I was always good to you. We were, you know. And so she ended up telling me that, she was accusing me of being abusive. And I'm like, really? I said, please, give me names. Tell me, who is it that I was so abusive to? Who did I? And she said, I hit people. Well, she gave me names all right. And, well, first, she said her. And God is my witness. I never even spanked her, let alone hit her. And I don't even know, what does she mean by hit? I mean, when I think of hit, I think like, I don't know, but that's just like, really? You're going to say I did that to you? And she also said I did it to my 2 grandsons, that I'm the one of them that gave me this robe, which I said something to him about it, because, like I said, it makes you question yourself. That's kind of where this was leading up to. Because I was like, because, you know, you think, well, that's not normal for somebody to make up stuff like that. So I started thinking that, well, damn, did I really do this stuff? And I just don't remember. And she also said that she named my daughter. I don't know, she named several different people. A few different people. But I went to my grandson and I was like, I'm sorry if I did this because I don't remember it. And I said, please just be honest with me. I'm not going to be mad, but we need to talk about this. If I did this and I've just put it out of my mind or whatever. And I really didn't think that, but still, like I said, it's like, why would anybody say that about somebody if it's not true, you know? So, but anyway, he said that, no, Grandma, you know, you didn't, and well, he had a little remark about her too, but I won't say that. But see, and I know I'm not the only one going through this kind of thing, and this just it takes your mind and it just like twists it, you know. Especially when it's one thing when it's like some stranger on YouTube or Facebook, you know, talking crap to you, but when these are the people that you have been so good to, and they were your world, and you thought that they would always be a part of your world in your life, and they're making you out to be just this spiteful person that just, because you're thinking that I don't even like the person they're describing. Ew, you know, that can't be me. And that's people talk about, and no, I don't feel this any way anymore. Okay, but yeah, that's why they twist your mind so much and make you feel so bad about yourself that you don't want to go on with your life. You know, self-hatred is a very hard thing to live with. And that's what you do to somebody when you put them down like that and just beat them down verbally and emotionally. So please, if you're doing this to your parents, please make sure what you're saying is accurate and that it's not like someone else has put these in your head. And because if somebody says, especially when you're younger, if somebody says something to you enough times, then it almost like it becomes like a memory, and you feel like it, you know. Eventually, you're like, well, yeah, that's what happened, because I've heard it over and over again. That's, you know, it's got to be what happened, because, you know, so my mom or dad or my grandma, you know, they said it, and everybody's saying it, you know, around me. That's very troubling. Anyway, let me gander at my notes. All right. I said that. Yep, I said that. Sorry. Yeah, I mentioned about it, and I really do think that a lot of these adult kids, it's like they enjoy or even get off on it, hurting their parents and other parents. Because I mean, like I said, they'll on the videos where they're laughing about it. Like this one mother, she was actually crying, in her video when she was talking about it, and she said she told herself she wasn't going to cry. She didn't want to, but you know what? When you start, she was telling her story, but she had every right to be telling her story, and it just came all, it was too much for her, and she started crying. It's sad and it hurts, and they were kind of like laughing about that, like I don't know, it's like sadistic. But then so is Satan. Anyway, that's all the notes I have. I'm going to show you something. And this is how I know, or it's not how I know, but the fact that I know I'm going to heaven, things like this, I feel fine about, because, well, first of all, I got one for me and one from my ex-husband. And yeah, I've been married 4 times. Ugh. And my last husband, we got divorced, for just some personal reasons, but we're still like best friends. And he has me as, like if something happens to him, I'm the one, he wants to take care of everything, and he's not doing very well right now. I'm really worried about him. Anyway, so I got to thinking, because it's like he'll tell me, like, if something happens to me, then you just come to a place, and this is there, and this is there, and it's like, no, I'm going to be upset enough that I don't want to have to remember anything, and and like I said, I'm a note taker, okay? So, I got this for him. See, can you see it? It says, I put the fun in funeral, end of life planner. So I'm going to take this to him, and we're going to fill all this out. Plus that way it'll be stuff in his wording, so that nobody else can come at me and say, that's not what he wanted. And say, yeah, it is. This right here, this shows it. And I got this one for him because he said something similar to that, because he's a Christian Jew and he knows he's going to heaven. And not that we want to leave our loved ones on earth, but at the same time, we're excited to go be with Jesus and to see. I personally believe, I know some people don't, but I know that I'm going to see my mom and just other people that have passed, even my animals that have passed. I'm going to be with them again. That's awesome. And there's not going to be any pain, no bad feelings, because I'm telling you, this life is, to me, it's just a lot of pain and hurt and just sadness. And it's just, I don't know. So, other than missing my babies and leaving them, but I'll be watching over them. By babies, I mean grown kids and grown grandkids. They're still my babies. But yeah, he's always said that he don't want people coming to his funeral or whatever and being sad. It's like he wants to play. Of course, he's like, used to be the partier, so it's like we're gonna party and everybody's gonna have a good time, which, like, I don't know about that. but that's why I got that, because that's him. And then got this one for me, because I'm gonna go. I thought I need to go ahead and do my own too, so that nobody has any questions about mine. But this is mine. And this is so me. I know. Dead, but still a control freak. I don't know if you can see that. I saw that. I was just like, oh yeah, they made that for me. Hey, I own it. All right, how long have we? Well, we're not doing bad at all. It's only 45 some odd minutes. All right, well, did I have anything else I wanted to say? I know as soon as I get off her, I'll be like, oh, darn it, now I was going to say that. But I'll probably do more of these. I wish that, because it's so cold out, like, and it's late at night. I think best at night. So I just get and sit here on my bed and talk. But my plans are one of these days, I'm going to be able to do this. I'm going to talk to you guys from, I'll be sitting by a palm tree in front of some mountains. The weather's going to be beautiful. Yes. That is my plan. Now we'll see if I can make that happen. I did it once. I got out of Indiana once. Lived in Florida, Jacksonville, Florida, with my last husband. I was so happy. I've never been happier in my life than during that time. I mean, just being around palm trees and the weather being it feels, it's just a different feeling. It feels good. My sister lives in Nevada, and I went and visited her last year. I need to go again. And I mean, like, that's where got the mountains and the palm trees both. I was like, is this heaven? And you do it just, I just loved it. I just sat outside on her porch. It was awesome. So I'm gonna see if I can manifest that. We're gonna make it happen, because I can't handle this cold in my eye itches. Anyway, all right, well, and like I said, thanks again for all your support, and anybody else that's going through this. I'm praying for you. Hang in there. You're definitely not alone. And someone had asked me about the group, some of the groups that I'm in, support groups for estranged parents and grandparents and such. But I don't want to put it on in the comments of my YouTube video, because, like, I don't want somebody with bad intentions. Not that they couldn't find it if they really wanted to, but still, I don't want to put it out there. So you can email. My email is on in my description box. So just email me. And if I feel comfortable that you're not one of them, I'll give you a name of one of the support groups, because they really are. They're helpful. They're real helpful. People give each other encouragement, ideas. Although, like I mentioned before, that it's heartbreaking to see. I mean, because it really is in the millions and millions of people going through this. So that right there, I mean, that many people, to tell you right there, show you right there that there's something's not right. Not all of those people were bad parents or abusive or whatever. I'm sure none of them were perfect, but, and that's another thing too. It's like a lot of these kids that will not speak to the parents anymore, or grandparents, because, you know, they didn't do everything just right. But they're in relationships with, you know, a guy or a girl or whoever that treat them awful, and some of them even abuse them, but they forgive them. You know, they don't estrange themselves from them. So, anyway, hopefully somebody, one of you, at least one of you, that are guilty of doing this crap, think about what I said. Don't be on the defensive watching this. Honestly, think about, look in the mirror, ask some questions to yourself, and think about it. If you still feel like you're, you know, yep, I'm completely right, you know, I'm going to keep on, you know, punching them, then alrighty, then I guess that's on you. But I'm really hoping that someone will wake up. And the ones, the parents and grandparents going through this, just hang in there. That's all I can say. And thank you. Could you read my mind? I was like, I was thinking some deep thoughts, but sometimes I just need to zip it, because some things don't need to be said. Anyway, you guys, I'm gonna go. My next video, though, I need, gonna try to do something fun. I haven't decided what yet, but I'll find something. So if you're not subscribed to me, then it'd be great if you would go ahead and subscribe and like my video. You know, thumbs up, actually. Thumbs up my video. And click the bell so that if I make some more crazy videos, you will be notified. Alright, guys. I'm going to hang up now. I can find the button. Right. Thanks, bye.